Actress Yvonne DeLaRosa means business when it comes to acting. She was spotted very early on by famed female director Betty Thomas so she could be a series regular on her revolutionary series, Señor White, and she hasn't stopped since. Welcome to the Trend Talk, Yvonne.
Hey, thank you guys.
Oh, good
This
to
is so
see
fun.
you. Yvonne, you're a resident of Malibu and have been living there for a long time. Tell us about how it is to live up in Malibu. It's so gorgeous.
It's just beautiful. I remember when I was little, I saw a TV show and it showed Malibu, and I was born and raised in LA as a little girl, and I just thought, oh my God, I want to live there someday. And I told my high school counselor, she's like, good luck. And I was like, all right.
Oh, that's not encouraging.
Yeah, I know, right? It was
wow.
But you know, I think when you really keep visualizing things, you can manifest anything.
That's
And
right.
you have so many credits that I actually have to read them because they're so long. You've worked on shows like CSI Miami, The Closer, The King of Queens. Jimmy Smits even said you were the new wave of Latino artists when you were awarded the National Hispanic Foundation for the Arts Scholarship. So how would you categorize your eclectic career?
Oh, wow. I think I've been really lucky. I mean, I'm actually known as a character actress. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you know, she was the ingenue and now she's the lead actor. But I've always seen myself as a character actress, and my agent who, you know, who found me early on, that's how she always marketed me, was as a character actress. I've done all sorts of different characters, all different kinds of accents and nationalities and comedy, drama.
And you've had some starring roles. You just did the movie called The Boatman.
The Boatman.
The Boatman. You had a really wonderful role there.
Thank
Not a
you.
character actress. It was a lead role.
Thank you, yeah.
But you also did Los Americans with Dennis Leone from Resurrection Boulevard, who directed that. So you've done a lot of work. And then we also did a play together. So you do theater as well. But you are also have been a businesswoman.
Right.
So you and your husband have had a dispensary for, is it medicinal marijuana?
Medicinal marijuana.
Medicinal marijuana.
Yes.
But now you're stepping up your game, right? You're like one of the first, you made news, you're one of the first persons to get a license for the recreational marijuana that is being now sold.
Here in California.
So it was the first LA County business license for cannabis ever, which is really historic. And that's what they called it. They called it historic. It was this beautiful panel of women deciding, and I mean, and the beautiful thing is they had already heard about me. We kind of pioneered changing the dispensary model from, I don't know if you've ever been to dispensaries, but you know, they weren't somewhere you would necessarily want to go to.
Some of them look shady.
Seedy. So we took it from shady to upscale, and we had the world's first upscale dispensary, and also it was a hybrid dispensary because it was also a visionary art gallery, and it was a be-in, if you will, you know, where people gathered, and we did high yoga, and we had catered, you know, events, you know, cannabis catered events.
Yeah, I mean, I actually went to your dispensary because I did another story on it. And it was so beautiful. Like, you walked in and it just felt like so spiritual, like, and calming. You had a room for massages, right? And the lighting, the decor. But that's what a woman brings to this kind of a business. I think the woman's touch is so needed.
Well, that's Yvonne. Yvonne's very spiritual, very, you know, earthy. So I think that, like, that goes into your business as well. But I'm so curious, okay, what the dispensaries, okay, how does it work? Is it going to be, now that it's legal, people can go in and buy, and not just smoke. You have some goodies there that you were also going to be selling.
Maybe I brought you some product.
Hey, it's legal, okay? It's legal.
There's a doctor outside waiting to give you a recommendation.
But
because
for
come
recreational,
January 1st is when it's recreational.
But it's yeah, right. So it's come.
Well, we're already in 2018 now, so it's
right.
It's
so
good to
now
go, right?
that it's past January 1st, it's recreational. So
what kind of goodies?
Send the doctor away.
So other than you have to be 21, there's no other requirement.
No, you just have to be 21 and over. It's adult use recreational, and not all cities will allow it. So the state laws are allowing every city to decide whether they'll allow adult use recreational sales.
And is there limits? Like, can you walk in and like you can only buy a certain amount, or is it just any amount you want for recreational use?
There are definitely limits, but I don't think you'll want to. You probably wouldn't exceed the limit.
And they also, like the dosage on edibles, I was hearing on the radio, is 100 milligrams or something. It's low, not too high.
They're trying to make the maximum milligrams on edibles a certain amount, and that's still a little bit in flux, but we'll see how that plays out.
And there's all sorts of different flavors.
Oh, I mean, yeah, well, so everybody, there's any product you can imagine, food, brownies, edibles, drinks, sodas. We're known for having like the highest quality products. So any product that's in our shop has gone under the microscope for us. Obviously it has to be tested, and now in California it must be tested. And also we're the world's first vegan dispensary. So yeah, so all our products are vegan.
Obviously, Yvonne, we earlier in the chit chat we talked about the pros and cons of medical and recreational marijuana. Really quick, because we are running out of time. Can you talk to us about the pros of medical marijuana? Like, why are you such an advocate for it?
I mean, when your mother's diagnosed with breast cancer and you're facing chemo and radiation and drugs that you've seen other people and other of my friends' mothers go through with really bad results. And when my mom says, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do the natural route, and I convinced her to do cannabis, this was 12 years ago. 12 years later, my mom is cancer-free, and she's a world traveler.
Awesome.
And so when you see that, it's like, how can you not be passionate about it, And especially in the Latino community, it's like there's still like that stigma, The stigma is disappearing. It's legal, but I think as a culture, we were made to feel bad about it. Disproportionately, people have been arrested, 3 times more Latinos and blacks have been arrested for minor crimes like just possession than white people. So there's still that thing that we have to overcome. And we need social equity and equality in this business, and it's really important, I think, and not just historic that I got the first LA business license, but also that people can see me and go, oh, I can do that too, and this isn't a drug, this is a medicine.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Where can people find your dispensary? Do you have a website, Instagram,
Yeah, we're the 99 High Tide, and we're in Malibu, California. And we're right across the street from the ocean, and
it's beautiful. I've been there, like I said.
Thank you.
Well, Yvonne, thank you so much. But before you leave, I think you brought some presents for us, right?
Some gifts. Let's see what we have here. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff here. These are some of our favorite products. So
we might have
let's sign off, and then we can, as we sign off, we can look at what she's got.
We can ooh and ah what she's got.
You can be blissful and you can be calm.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, while we take a look at this, don't go away, because we have a lot more on the Trend Talk. We're high on life.
And the Hero Spotlight.
And the Hero Spotlight. Thank you, Yvonne.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, on life.